And welcome in everyone to RedRaiders.com. I'm Zach, this is Krista. We call this program Know Your Enemy, where as you can guess, we break down Texas Tech's football opponent for the upcoming weekend. And Krista, we better not underestimate Texas Tech's football opponent this weekend.
No, we're going to call this segment now Don't Underestimate Your Opponent, because that's exactly what Tech did with Central Arkansas last week and almost got beat. They're going to really have to be careful on the road this weekend at UTEP. Don't use this 10 p.m. start as an excuse.
No.
Go out there, play ball. UTEP has not started a season 2-0 since 2005, and they could do it this year.
Tech doesn't want to help that stat whatsoever.
No.
Now, in terms of a familiar face, Cliff Kingsbury and Matt Wallace are going to see one in UTEP's quarterback, Jamil Showers.
Yep, he actually thought he had the starting job over Johnny Football, but then in August, Kingsbury called him into his office and told him, hey, Johnny is going to start over you, so he sat out. He graduated early, transferred over to UTEP, had 2 years of eligibility left. Last year, his season was cut short halfway through because of a separated shoulder. Those first 6 games, UTEP averaged 30 points a game. After that, they only averaged 12.
Ouch.
So this guy is a huge difference maker for the Miners, and with him healthy, it's not just going to be him. He has a lot of weapons, so they're going to be dangerous.
Tech coaching staff had a lot of nice things to say about Jamil. Another offensive weapon for the UTEP Miners, and I have a guess what you're going to talk about here.
Aaron Jones.
Yep.
He accounted for 72% of the Miners' 330 rush yards last weekend against New Mexico. He finished with 237. So this kid is going to run the ball often for the Miners, and if UTEP can control the clock and keep scoring on the run, this game is going to be closer than most people expect.
Elite level speed. He gets to the second level, it's done. Heck of a burst out of Aaron Jones. What's another concern in this game for Texas Tech and or UTEP?
I mean, I'm going to look at it. I wasn't too impressed with Tech's defense last week. I didn't watch UTEP play, but from the stats I've been looking at, their defense was iffy. The first 3 quarters, there wasn't a turnover between UTEP and New Mexico, but in the fourth quarter, UTEP forced 3 turnovers, and that led to their victory. So at the end of the day, UTEP finished in the turnover margin with +3, and Tech ended their season opener -2. So they're really going to have to step up. I think that winning the turnover battle is going to be key.
Yeah, you cannot give UTEP extra opportunities, because if they eat the clock, you're going to be in some trouble there. Now I'm going to ask you to do something extraordinarily difficult. We didn't think this would be difficult a week and a half ago. I'm going to ask you to pick this game, and we've been talking about this before we came on camera. We're scared. This is a very tough game to pick for us right now.
Yeah, because you look at it and you think, okay, is Davis Webb going to come out like he came out last weekend? Ooh, that's going to be ugly. Or is he going to come out fired up after that really ugly performance last weekend and do well? But then even if he does do well, what happens when Aaron Jones runs the ball the whole time and controls the clock? You've got so many factors to consider. I'm probably not going to be right in this because last week, good Lord, I was way off. I'm going to go 38-35. It all comes down to a field goal. Tech defense needs to step it up. I want to see more from Tech's wide receivers. It's going to be interesting. Late night game, it'll be good.
We're going to have a lot more people picking the game as our week progresses, and I think it's going to be a very wide spectrum because we're all a little confused right now as to the true identity of this Texas Tech team, and hopefully for their sake we see a much different identity Saturday night at UTEP, and you would think that Davis Webb and the offense would come out with a little attitude problem and maybe throw the ball a few times on the Miners, but we'll find out very late on Saturday night from El Paso, Texas. Of course, we'll all be down there, tired, covering football, doing all kinds of fun things for you. We have lots of good content for you over at our lovely products. You know where they're at. So go read Krista's stuff, Don's stuff, Nick's stuff, Daniel's stuff. We have a big staff.
Yep.
They write a lot of stuff.
Too much.
Go read stuff. Stop listening to us talk. We're going to bid you farewell. That's Krista Pirtle. I'm Zach Long, and you're on RedRaiders.com.